Guess where we are?
We are not in Italy, despite this being a Roman building. We're actually in
Trier, Germany.
Trier, Germany.
Yeah, and it's been super gorgeous here and very cute, and we are now on our way to the Black Forest.
Yeah, time to explore Germany after staying a couple days in Luxembourg.
Yee, let's go. Really nice and surprising city to us. A little bit touristy. There's also like hop on, hop off buses, and as you guys know, we don't really go for those.
Not really, but a cool city. Actually, the father of communism, Karl Marx, was born there, and we visited his house. I think that was probably one of the most interesting points of interest there. But we couldn't stay long, and we can't visit every city we come across. We have a lot of kilometers to go, and we're a week into our 4-week trip, so we gotta get moving.
Yeah, let's go.
We are in Europe, traveling around for 30 days, visiting some of the top destinations. Trying out budget van life instead of our Toyota and 4-wheel camper. There is so much to see, and we definitely bit off more than we can chew. The views are amazing, and especially on some of the top drives in the world. But the weather is also challenging us. We are Travis and Linsay, and we are just traveling. Our journey begins near the Luxembourg border in the city of Trier, where we must make some time and some distance to the start of the Black Forest. The kilometers go fast as we are taking the highway, following multiple rivers like the Rhine. We drive hundreds of kilometers. We don't make it to the forest yet, but just to a welcome and a free campsite.
This is gonna be night number 5, and we did not have to pay for any camping or any parking yet. So this has been going really well. We're here with a bunch of other campers on a free camp spot. Go Germany, we love it. There's no services, but we had our swimming lake next door. That hence is the wet hair. Now we're gonna see what we have for dinner.
Tortellini and some mushrooms.
Nice. We got a little bit messy. Could be worse. Could definitely be better.
It was kind of a hasty, get together for the van. The van wasn't built out for any sort of travel. It's just an empty van that we took out the seats and threw a mattress in and threw in the essentials, and we're like, hey, let's kind of just go, Big difference from what we're used to in the camper, which is super organized. Everything has a place. We figure out how it all goes.
Super organized.
Organized enough.
More organized a little bit than this.
But this is great. It gives us a chance to explore Europe, and in the middle of our Pan-American trip. It's great. Max 5 vehicles. Let's see. There's already 5 over there. Let's go check out the rest of this.
Number 6.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 1,000. Yeah. It's the next day, start of day 6, and we're heading into the Black Forest now. We're in Germany. I'm watching Linsay pack up because I'm lazy and just feel like recording. Yeah, let's get to it. We got lots of sights to see. Hopefully some hikes with some good views.
We are a week into our trip, so we are finally learning that everything has its place, which really speeds up the packing.
All right, we're ready to go.
Extremely happy with our free campsite. We hit the road. Not too much longer and we'll make it to the Black Forest.
All right, we made it to the Black Forest. We knew this was going to be the highlight of our Germany trip so far. I'd only heard about the Black Forest from the cake.
Of course.
But we're really looking forward to it. It's got some of the highest hikes, it's got some of the biggest waterfalls, biggest mountains in all of Germany, so really cool.
Today's task, and the task for the next couple days, is going to be adventuring through the Black Forest of Germany. There's lots of hikes here and beautiful sights. We've heard so much about this area of Germany, and we're lucky that it's on our way heading into the Alps. So here we are, we're driving through this zigzagging road. It's going to be an amazing drive, amazing sights, can't wait to see it.
The first stop we decide to do is a mountain lake called Mummelsee, a picturesque lake with some small hikes.
So I always give Travis a hard time because he does not pick the right shoes for hikes. Well, I guess today it is my turn because I wasn't aware that we were actually already going on the hike. And this is my shoe wear for today. Easy peasy.
I don't see no lemons being squeezed. We're at our first stop here in the Black Forest of Germany. We're at Mummelsee, which is a beautiful small little lake on a mountaintop here. We're just doing a little hike. Amazing views, absolutely gorgeous.
Not only hikes, but a lovely lake with some restaurants as well.
This isn't the most German thing I've ever seen.
Too bad they're not all on the same time.
Yeah.
Otherwise, when it hits the hour, they will all go out.
Oh yeah, sausages. Oh wow. Interesting Germany.
Maple walnut.
$1.70. Oh
Mango
yeah.
yogurt. Mmm.
Mango. Damn. It wouldn't be just traveling if we didn't get ice cream.
We love ice cream. We probably eat it every day.
Almost. Oops. Thank you.
We're suckers for ice cream, and even bigger suckers for ice cream at a decent price.
How is it?
It's ice cream. It's really good.
The biggest problem with our current van life plans is that we don't have much time to experience every little thing.
On to the next.
I think we can agree that the roads there are absolutely breathtaking.
We can.
Hundreds of kilometers of switchbacks going back and forth. A couple of places where it was really tight for two cars to pass, but really beautiful.
Yeah, and I feel kind of bad that I have to let Linsay do all the driving, but I'm just trying to be the best co-pilot I can for her on these amazing drives.
He's been very comfortable.
Now things are getting interesting. We've got quite some drives planned, and mostly all on high mountain roads. We'll also show you how we get water while on the road.
Drinkable water just comes out of the mountains in Germany. Wow, this water's very cold. You got it.
Interesting fact, we never once purchased water while on this trip. There is fresh water everywhere, including all of the cities we enter as well. It's the first time we're driving mountain roads on this trip, which means we aren't sick of them yet. The roads and views seem to stretch on forever. And this is why we're here. And this is why we choose to do this trip.
We're here at Allerheiligen, our next stop in the Black Forest. Interesting to note about this monastery is it was destroyed over 2 times from natural phenomenon like fire and lightning, so it's very interesting to know.
Almost as if God himself didn't want this church to exist. In its 900-year existence, the church was burned down twice, and finally in 1804, when it was struck by lightning, the church was left standing as it is. Further down from the monastery, there is the All Saints waterfall, a series of multiple cascading waterfalls that in total runs for a few 100 meters. It is certainly worth the extra few steps.
And it wouldn't be a point of interest in the Black Forest if there wasn't a cafe.
Yay! What do they have?
Oh.
Cheesecake.
They got cheesecake.
Yeah.
You want some cheesecake?
No.
I do. Next time, I guess.
The weather has been kind of on and off, kind of iffy ever since we entered Germany. Gray clouds and whatnot. But luckily it's been dry.
Yeah, so at least we had that.
Yeah, but that is about to change, unfortunately.
We are heading for a campsite in a nearby city, hoping that the weather holds off until we get there so we can at least have the last remaining views of this gorgeous area. This small city named Oppenau will be our temporary home for the night.
Yeah, it's raining.
It's a bit different than in the camper.
Yeah, because of our setup, we don't really have a place to live. So now we're just kind of waiting out the storm as we live outside most of the time.
Yeah, I don't want to go through that.
Yeah. It's a little rainy. We found our camp spot though. Holy moly, at least.
I'm so glad we are done with hiking.
At least we're done hiking and driving at the exact right moment. That's very, very lucky. But now, wait out the storm.
These are some of the negative drawbacks from our cheap van life choice. But to be able to have this flexibility, I believe outweighs most of the negatives. But the weather does eventually clear, leaving us with some cloudy friends.
When the weather isn't the best, it's not always a bad thing. Like, I just love the vibe it gives with like the fog going through the mountains and through the trees.
Yeah.
It just really gives that.
Gives us something special.
Yeah, I love that.
Well, we're continuing to head south in the Black Forest. We've got a number of points of interest that are hopefully going to be good, so I can't wait to go check those out.
Let's go.
From the area of Allerheiligen and Oppenau, we are still driving through the mountain passes, with all of its glorious switchbacks. It's the morning after a great rainfall, and we are high up, so nature is a bit moody. It is extremely green here, and just as dense as the Muttertal area of Luxembourg. Not fully aware of what to expect here, we were blown away by the area. This area is loaded with hikes, and you could spend all summer here, and probably not do them all. This short hike leads to a massive viewing tower on the side of a cliff, and in case you're wondering how many steps,
There's 136 stairs for a nice view of the Black Mountains. I mean the forest. Yeah, that's nice. We don't have a drone, but at least we got this.
First trip of this morning, we are on the Buchkopfturm.
Yeah, absolutely stunning view to start off the day here in the Black Forest.
Yes, check it out.
This place is definitely worth visiting. I mean the whole forest itself, if you're looking at coming to Germany. Wow.
Schwarzwald Park is a small section of the much larger Black Forest. More or less the same topography and forest, but this 10,000 hectare section is totally protected, even from logging operations. The hikes are much more maintained and accessible in this area compared to the rest of the Black Forest.
Yeah.
Little busy.
It's a highlight.
Cool spot.
Look how well made.
July and August are the vacation months here in Europe, so it doesn't matter where you go, it's extremely busy. Just something that you have to deal with. But if you don't mind the crowds and just focus on the beauty of this world, nothing else matters.
We spent 2 days almost driving through Schwarzwald Park here in the Black Forest, seeing a couple of the highlights, but we're moving on further south into the forest, but we're going to the city of
Freiburg.
Freiburg first. Check that out.
Yeah, it's cool there. When we're thinking about the Black Forest, we can't help but think about Freiburg, because that is like the city in the Black Forest. And we had to stop here. I was like, Travis, this is a city we have to see. The unique thing about Freiburg is that it has these open waterways going throughout the whole city. And it's just so adorable to see how the inhabitants like work with it, like what they do with it.
It's really neat. I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah, you have like kids playing with little boats in it. I've seen someone wash their dog in it. Like, it is so adorable and so unique.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's check it out.
You gotta watch out for the tram. They're everywhere.
We are now in Freiburg, near the south end of the Black Forest.
Tower is like the sign of the city. You see it on all pictures.
It looks pretty old.
It's so gorgeous, isn't it?
Very German, with the 5 little like towers. Cool.
Pieces of the old city often remain in the present.
It's like a Peruvian pan flute. That's really cool.
Sounds good.
Just having some German baguettes,
Yummy.
coffee with my sweetie, Peruvian pan flutes, red helicopters. It's a bit loud. It's nice here.
It's a crocodile.
Didn't expect to see a crocodile here in Germany.
This is the waterway Linsay was explaining earlier that are found all over the center of the city. Originally from medieval times, these gutters were used to bring water to livestock or have accessible water to fight fires, and were never intended for sewage.
And of course we found a market. It wouldn't be Germany if the center of town wasn't covered in shops.
Also, it wouldn't be Europe if there wasn't a massive cathedral in the center of the city. Extremely ornate and extravagant, these cathedrals are always a marvel to look at and admire, no matter what your beliefs are. Just as giant on the inside as the out, we leave the city of Freiburg remembering the contrast of the old medieval and the modern existing as one in this unique cultural area of Germany.
We drove through the Black Forest in possibly the worst straight line ever. Lots of curves, lots of turns, but we went to a lot of really cool places, a lot of really cool views, and it really showcases the beauty of this part of Germany.
It is actually the second time I've been there, but this is by far the best time.
We're heading for our final stop here in Germany in the Black Forest. We're looking for a campsite, and campsites have been pretty easy to find in Germany. We've been really lucky. They kind of accept van life a little more, or at least do a little more for van lifers.
And it's a really cool spot. We have like this view already to Switzerland, so we kind of have some vibes of where we're going.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool spot. Let's go check it out.
In the final stretch of Germany, we are cruising through the rolling hills at the southern tip of the Black Forest, headed to a previously noted campsite. And after a long, hot day with no air conditioning, we finally arrive. And it's time to
Get out and chill.
Wow, I am
It was a long day. And these are the kind of spots iOverlander can give you. This is so nice. View of the Alps over there. That's Switzerland. I'm going there soon. What do you think?
I love it. It's definitely worth the drive.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
If you're a user of iOverlander, be sure to give back to the community. It's a free, crowdsourced app and wouldn't be possible without travelers like you. One of our favorite things to do is create memories, and on this trip to Germany and all that's coming next, we will accomplish that.
So it looks like our time in Germany and in the Black Forest is finally up. We're heading to Switzerland, where we're going to do amazing hikes, beautiful views, and world-class drives. So this next leg of the journey is going to be very exciting, and we're both looking very forward to it. So we'll see you down on the next one.
Sadly enough, our time in Germany is almost up. It was short, but it was beautiful. The sights were amazing, the cities were great, and it's about time we move on.
Yep, we're heading to a new country, Switzerland and the Alps.
Yes, I'm so excited about that. Travis has no idea what he's about to see in the coming weeks.
I'm pretty excited.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.